You got Miles. You sit with me, Taylor. You
I don't think
you stand right there, girl.
Well,
sit. No, you're gonna let Taylor sit. My man. Hey, my man. Good job, buddy. Gave a seat up for his little sister. That was pretty special.
Wait, that.
How do I have what? Do you want to sit? We're good.
Nick,
Me? I don't know.
You good?
Sure.
Nick, you'll be coaching the Super Bowl in the next game. How's that feel?
Yeah, pretty awesome. This is something you dream about your whole life, and like I said to the guys, we've all been dreaming about it. Whether you were dreaming about it when you were 2, 10, 14, 18, or when you got in the NFL, this is something we all dream about, and we get to do it because we did it better than anybody else in the NFC this year. So that it's pretty special. Fans were awesome. Atmosphere was unbelievable. When you guys go into our indoor, there's always that picture in the back part of it of the 2017 NFC Championship game, and it's just the electricity of the stadium. And what are you doing? We're looking forward to getting another one up there, another picture up there of this special moment that we had. But looking forward to celebrating this with loved ones, and then moving on and getting this next one.
Nick, you were 2-5. You talked about football intelligence since day one when you got here. When Devontae makes that play and then immediately starts calling for no huddle, is that something that you teach or impress upon him? And does he have the authority to do that? And you guys just get to the line and there's no replay?
Yeah, football intelligence, like smart players do smart things, and he did a smart thing right there. He made an unbelievable play. I don't know if he caught it or not. I haven't seen the TV copy. You didn't catch it? Well, then that was even better of a play. And but yeah, we talk a lot. Situational football is not just third down and red zone and 2 minute. It's not just those things, right? It's the situations that happen within the game. That particular thing is a situation that happens within the game. Devontae's done that. In fact, the very first game we had here against Atlanta, Zach Ertz did the same thing. And again, smart players do smart things, and we've had a couple of those, and our guys are, we talk a lot about it. Our guys are locked in, and this is a special group of guys.
Is there a particular instance, though, that you talk about in practice where, maybe you didn't make the catch, let's run and play quickly?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're saying. I mean, that's just, that's a situation that pops up, right? There's situations that pop up, like I said, in all these different scenarios, and that's one of them that we talk about, right? Going into our Giants game last week, we saw the Giants actually do that in their playoff game against Minnesota. Now, sometimes you're going to hurry up and run a play, and it's going to be, and there wasn't going to be a question to it. But if there's any question in your mind, and we go no huddle anyways, but if there's any question in your mind, you go. And Devontae did a great job. I'm going to say he caught it, though, so I'm going to say that because it was a pretty sweet catch. But Devontae did a great job, and Jalen did a great job of getting the guys to the line of scrimmage and running the play.
Nick, you were 2-5 in the middle of last season. You guys are getting a lot of heat. Did you imagine this is where you would be nearly a year and a half later?
Honestly, when you think about the present and only about the present, you don't think about what's going to happen 2 years down the road. You don't. You literally say, and I think that was the biggest lesson of being 2-5 is, hey, we got a big hole to climb out of. And if I look at this mountain and I say to myself, I got to climb this mountain, it's going to be a big challenge. It's going to feel like too much of a task. But if I look at that mountain that we were in and say, we just got to climb this part today, and we got to climb this part tomorrow, we got to climb this. You don't think about it. You just think about the part you climbed today. I think that's what that teaches you. And so you don't think about what could happen 2 years down the road. You just put the work in, right? You just put the work in each time, over and over and over again. And you know what? Sometimes you get the result, and sometimes you don't. I'm just happy we got the result of where we are right now because the guys have just, put their head down and worked day by day, and now we're in this spot, and we're going to go and give it our best shot here in a couple weeks.
Son, Nick, you kind of prided yourself on the physicality of this team. He kind of set the tone with the strip sack, and obviously you never hope anybody gets injured, but that completely changes the game. And you talk about game records on defense. You kind of wrecked that game.
Yeah, you want to try to make the quarterback feel as uncomfortable as possible with everything. Whether that's the fans and making it loud, whether that's disguising the coverages, or whether that's hitting them. And you don't ever want anybody to, to get dinged or get hurt. And I hope he's okay. But it definitely did change the game. But those guys' jobs to hit the quarterback affect the game, and they sure did that today.
Nick, you get to this point, you obviously don't need motivation, but it seemed like the players were playing with a sense of they felt disrespected. Did you get that from them?
I think, I just think that we wanted to come out and make sure that we know how mentally and physically tough we are. And physically toughness is one part is about physicality, and the other part is about mentally tough. And we got mentally tough guys that have been through ups and downs, not only on the football field but in life. And when you're able to withstand the storm and just keep fighting, that not only sets you up well in life, because we know how life is with the ups and downs, but it prepares you for moments like this where it's going to be a slugfest back and forth. And so I wouldn't say we felt disrespected by any means, but we wanted to come out here and let ourselves know, and we knew, but let everybody know that how physically tough we are and how mentally tough we are. No matter what was going to happen in that game, I know these guys in this locker room, we're going to keep fighting and keep ripping it. Because they've been through life's ups and downs, and they were built for this.
The decision to go for it. The decision to go for it on 4th and 1 early in the game. Just what was the thought process there?
What are you guys doing? We have confidence. It's when you go for it on 4th down. You put yourself in those scenarios all week. We have so many meetings about that, of what we're going to do in these scenarios, calls we might call, what we would call if we've already called that, and everything like that. So, hey, you guys need to stop. Taylor, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Look forward, and stop. All right, so you put yourself through those calls, but at the end of the day, you make the decision because you trust the people that are out there doing the job. And I trust Jason Kelsey, I trust Isaac, I trust Landon, I trust Jalen to go do what they did right there in that scenario.
We'll do 2 more for Coach.
When Purdy came back in the game, what was your sense of how limited they were offensively? How long did it take you to realize that they really couldn't?
He had the thing on his arm, so we figured he probably couldn't throw it down the field, but you don't really truly know. We knew they'd like to do some screens in that scenario because it's a short pass. We knew they were going to run it to try to keep him out of some danger there. I got a lot of respect for Brock that he came back in and fought. A ton of respect for him because I know obviously he was hurting bad. And that's what my guys, all my former teammates over at Iowa State said about the guy. I know that kid's a winner. And he obviously showed a great toughness today to come back in when his team was in a bind. But you don't know quite until you see the game plan unfolding a little bit. I think once you get them in third and mediums and stuff like that, and they're not pushing it down the field, I think that kind of gives you an indication. So it took a little bit of time, but not too long.
Last toss again, got a chance to have the football first after San Francisco deferred. Second playoff game, second time you went right down and scored. What's it mean to set the tone like that?
Yeah, it means I know I'm going to answer questions all for the next 2 weeks from you guys that say, are you going to take the ball, start it off, or are you going to do what you did? And each game's a little bit different, but it was great to set the tone there and get the lead, right? And get the lead and put them behind. Taylor, stop it. Taylor, stop. All right, and so our guys did a great job. It was a big-time 4th down conversion by Devontae, great situational football to get up there and run a play, and then a really good job by our offensive line just kind of caving it in to run it in. I don't know what down that was, but great job by them to finish it off.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right,
Jalen is walking in right now.
Jalen, when you hear that the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl, just how do you process it?
I'm going to the Super Bowl.
What are some of the emotions you've been going through since this game ended?
Man, we put a lot of work in to have this opportunity, Put a lot of work in to have this opportunity and to be here. And, it's a moment that we want to enjoy as a team, reflecting on everything that we've been able to overcome, to have this opportunity in front of us, we want to take advantage of it. Want to take advantage of it. The atmosphere tonight was amazing. The fans showed up. The energy, all of it. So we need to bring that to AZ.
Do you feel like you landed in a city that cares about this as much as you do?
I love the game. I know the city loves the game too. And it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Can you talk about what San Francisco tried to do to you guys defensively?
Yeah, they played a really good game. They have a really good coach. I've always talked about that. He does a really good job with them, and especially those guys up front. And then the linebacker core kind of rallied into the ball. We ran the ball really well, and I think they didn't really give us many opportunities to take shots down the field. We had kind of some one-on-one shots and kind of hit or miss. But we kind of took what they gave us, and it kind of ended up being one of those games.
Nick always talks about how you guys rep situational football, Jalen. You had that pass to Devontae. You were hurrying up, trying to get the next snap off. How cognizant are you in that moment that you got to go?
Yeah, I think I think sometimes when you get to this part in the season, where things kind of get tight, you want to make the big plays. You want to make the big plays, but all of this comes down to the details, the attention to details, the football IQ, and the fundamentals to do the right things. Whether you want to keep the clock running or not, or try, get the ball snapped quickly, or knowing situational awareness, 3rd and short, 4th and 1, or whatever it is. So I know there are a couple of things that I probably like to have back on that end, but there are a lot of things that we also did well and executed at a high level on. And, we put ourselves in this position. You know what I'm saying? There are definitely things out there that we're going to learn from. But this team played a hell of a game today. Hassan Reddick, he's been a bad dude all year, and that's what we need going forward.
Jalen, your first year, the team won 4 games and ended up firing its head coach. How would you describe the process that's gotten you guys from that point to where you are now?
Well, my first year here, they probably didn't even want to draft me here. It was probably one of those things, but it always handled itself.
A lot of winning in your life, in your career. How does this feeling? You never seem to get really high or really low. How does this feeling compare to all the stuff that you've accomplished and all the stuff that you won?
I don't really know how to feel, to be honest. You work really hard to put yourself in this position, and I'm forever grateful. Only God knows the things that each individual on this team has been able to overcome to come together as a team and do something special as a group. That's what means the most. And I always want to go out there and give my best, regardless of what's going on, because I don't want to let the guy down next to me. That makes us all go harder, so I know I've been through a lot personally, but I want to steer it from the direction of how good this team has been to playing together, being together, challenging one another. When we experience some painful times and some tough times, we always find a way to overcome. So, you want to be going into it in a situation like this, and we have a chance to, got a chance to go out there and win it all. So we want to prepare to go do that.
When they tied the game after McCaffrey's touchdown, how important was it for the offense to kind of get back? Because you all had a couple of drives before that where they didn't end in points, but in this situation, it seemed like when they tied it seemed like, was there any extra motivation for you guys to get back down? How big was that for you guys moving forward?
Yeah, I think it was big, man. The game just kind of played out in a unique way, and I think we had the first turnover. We didn't take advantage of that one. But I think the next one we did, and we were able to take advantage of the opportunities that were given to us. And You know, in this time of the year, that's what you want to do. That's what matters. You want to capitalize on everything. And you know, we came out really hot and kind of set the tone offensively, giving us the ball, and you know, we found a way to get it going. You know, it looked different. You know what I'm saying? And that's been the thing of this whole entire team, this whole entire offense this year. Come out there and throw for a lot. You go out there and run for a lot. You come out there and you just kind of efficient. That's the best defense in the league. You know, that's the best defense in the league.
Jalen, you've won these last 2 games, obviously handily. In your mind, what's on the checklist the next 2 weeks? What we all assume will probably be a tougher test in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, just, you know, we want to go out there and play to our standard. You know, I think that's what it is. That doesn't change regardless of the magnitude of the game. I think we want to go out there and play to our standard. You know, today was good enough to get the win and advance, but you know, we still want to go out there and play to our standard. And you know, in the end, however the chips fall, you know, I'll be able to either enjoy it or not. You know.
Only have a handful of quarterbacks in this franchise ever history to lead a team to a Super Bowl. You've done it in the very early part of your career. Will that ever sink in at some point tonight, tomorrow?
I said this earlier in the week that it's not a time for reflection. You know, it's hard. It's really hard for me to do that. I try to, what you guys say, enjoy the moment, but my joy comes in winning. But I know the job isn't done, so I never felt like I never always knew how far we'd come. I never knew how far we'd go, but I never said it couldn't be done. So,
Take 2 more.
John, you said a little bit ago they probably never wanted to draft me here. Did you mean the front office, the fans? Explain that.
I mean, I know. You know, there was a big surprise to many. But my favorite verse, you know, I went through a lot of stuff in college, and it kind of stuck with me. John 13:7. You may not know now, but later you'll understand. Hopefully, people understand.
How proud are you for handling the way you handled the championship game against Georgia? How proud of you for the way you handled that situation?
We got new moments and new times. You know, I think my character, I've been raised to be who I am, and I think as the times change, the character doesn't. So I always try and never get too high, never get too low, and I always give my best.
Okay, thanks, Jalen. Thanks, everyone.